Shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I'm going to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the one-third man, women, and children that order. This is Shemariah Allah with the Great Millstone chapter out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I come to you, with this prophecy watch, and again, as far as the MOTB. A couple days ago on Dr. Phil, they actually spoke about being chipped and bringing into this new technology, the RFID chip, the microchip. You know, and the Bible prophesies about this thing. But this is part of the predictive programming that Esau does to desensitize the masses so that they can be more accepting of the change that is coming. That's another thing as far as gradualism goes as well. Um, 1 second, let me grab it. Um, all right, so this is from the Ohio State University College of Arts and Sciences, Psychology of Extraordinary Beliefs. It says predictive programming. It says predictive programming is theory that the government or other higher ups are using fictional movies or books as a mass, and in this case, a talk show. You know, it's all media. As mass mind control tool to make the population more accepting or of planned future events. And in the planned future event that is prophesied in the scriptures is the implementation of MOTB, and that is by way of Revelations chapter 13, verse 16. And it reads, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark." And that word mark in the blue letter is the Greek is G5480, and it's charagma. And when you go into the definition, it talks about a stamp, an imprinted mark. And this is a way they used to brand their slaves back in the day. But in this time, this is another way that these elites will get control over the masses by implementing this RFID chip. It says of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist, anti-Messiah. You know, it says the mark branded upon horses. It says thin carved sculpture, graven work of an adulterous images. So we think about incision carved in, those things of that nature. But in the video that you see, um, in the video that you see, uh, these microchips are implanted into these people, and then it's replacing certain things, such as as far as moving into a cashless society, you know. And so, with that being said, everything will be at the palm of your hand, you know, as it speaks about. And this is part of the gradualism. I'm gonna go to the definition of gradualism. It says a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. So you gotta think about it. We went from, you know, dollars that are tangible at hand, as far as the money, you know, um, and then we went to debit and credit cards, and from there we're going to the digital dollar until we're fully cashless, a fully cashless society. But part of that comes along with this MOTB, and in the scriptures, I'm gonna go back and read it. In Revelations 13 and 16, it says, "And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond." So that's everyone. It says to receive a mark. We went to that word mark, it's karabim, so it's an incision, something implanted in their right hand or in their foreheads. It says, "And that no man might buy or sell," so you're not going to be able to buy or sell without it. And think about it. There's places here in our city that is straight cashless. So if you don't have a credit card or a debit card, you're not going to be able to purchase any items out of this place. They're gradually moving from that into the digital dollar, in which everything is placed on this microchip, which would be implanted into you, you know. And it says, "Save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." You know, and this is part of this is part of Esau's system. You know, he is anti-Hamashiach, and he will. These are things. This is a prophecy that has been spoke about in the scriptures. Um, that he will do. And in Ecclesiastes 39:1, it reads, it says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High." So you that are diligent and focused and studying on this truth, it says, and is occupied in meditation. So you're meditating, you're praying, you know, you're meditating on the things that you see, you know, uh, as a watchman, and I'm gonna grab that in a second. But like being the seers, you're able to see these things as they come because you see the signs that are happening. You know, you're able to meditate on these things. You're occupied in prophecy, you're occupied in things being spoken before. You know, it says we'll seek out the wisdom of the ancients. So we're seeking out our fathers. The ancient man before. You know, and that's all the way from Adam on down all the way to our present. You know, uh, Abba Bivens, High Priest Ariah, King Masha. The forerunners of this truth, and then to our elders now, uh, Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Ramlab, Elder Apostle Rakal, Elder Apostle Gabar, and the bishops, on down. Like we're seeking the wisdom from Adam all the way down, and it says and be occupied in prophecy, be occupied in things being said before. And so, with that being said, as watchmen, you know, as watchmen, Salakia, I need to grab, where did I put that? Thought I had it. Okay. This is Ezekiel 33:2. It says, "Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people." And so as the watchman, that's what prophets are. That's what you know. As servants of the Lord, that's our job, is to be watchmen and to watch for the prophecies and to warn the people, to allow them to have the opportunity to be able to make a decision to, hey man, I need to do necessary things in order to prepare myself for what's coming. And part of that is, hey, returning to the lost, returning to your nationality and heritage, and believing in Yahweh Shai, and having that faith and trust in the Lord that He will deliver us out of the destruction that is coming. But like right now, this is part of the sword. This MOTB, and you got camps out here who aren't warning the people, so they're not the true watchmen. So it's our job to do what? To blow the trumpet, warn the people, prophesy, speaking to the people about what's about to ready to happen, take place. It says, "Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head." So those who don't hear us, you mean prophesying, starting with Apostle Tahar on down, Elder Apostle Tahar on down, we've been prophesying and preaching and telling you guys about the coming MOTB, which is the RFID chip that is going to be used to track and monitor and make it to where you cannot buy or sell in Babylon, aka America, you know, So if that time comes and you end up taking this thing, hey, you're gonna be a part of everyone that's going to be destroyed, because the scriptures talk about those who take it, they will be destroyed, they will be cut off, you know. It says he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. Yeah, you heard us speak it, and tell you, hey, don't take this thing. This thing is dangerous. This thing is going to corrupt you. The scriptures speak against it, but yet and still you still do it. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Again, you will deliver yourself from the coming destruction from taking this RFID chip. It says, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, this is speaking to you, so-called leaders out here, to Zariak, who just definitely got put on blast in a recent interview. You know, guys like you who are not warning the people, and not only that, you're speaking false doctrines to people, and not being able to break down what it actually is, which leads us to believe, as the elders say, that you taking a bag or you're being compromised. You know, so then what can you do? You're causing Jake to do what? Stumble. But at the same time, we understand too that, hey, the deceiver and the deceived are his. So, hey, like the elder Apostle Gabar said last night in a recent video that he just did. I believe it's on Revelations 7 and 9. But he had talked about, like, you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. So no matter what, everything is, you know, the Lord has set everything in its order to be a certain way. So no matter what, no matter how these guys do whatever they're doing, it's all set and it's all been predestined. You know, so at the end of the day, dude, hey, you take heed or you don't, man. You know, it is what it is. It says, if the sword come and take away persons from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require on the watchman's hand. So as a watchman, you know, we have a job to do. We have to warn the people of the coming destruction, you know, and tell them what they need to do in order to get themselves prepared to be either protected or delivered, you know, from this coming destruction. You know, that's our job is, you know, as the Lord just says, right? It says, Ezekiel 33 and 7 says, so thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. You know, we hear the word from what? You reading these scriptures, you know, and pinpointing and seeing the prophecies unfold, you know, here in Babylon, you know. And so, with that being said, again, go back to this and play this video just a little bit, not too long, but you know, they're putting it out there, and we need to take heed to that because it's not a secret no more, you know.
Today on an all-new Dr. Phil. People worldwide have already got chipped, and the trend seems to be growing.
You can download and install an application right into your body to give your appendages abilities they were never meant to.
Whenever I'm doing my hair and I drop bobby pins,
you know, they want to make life easier. They want to push the fact that these are miracles that Esau is throwing out here to trick you, to make you believe that, hey man, this is the new wave, this is the way of life, you know, and in reality, this thing will destroy us, you know. And so you can go back and watch this. It's on Dr. Phil channel. I got chipped. Are we ready for technology under our skin? So this is it's speaking loud and clear now, man. You can't deny it. And so with that being said, Lord willing, you were edified in this, and you can take heed from this and go warn others about the coming destruction, the coming sword. This is part of that. This RFID chip, the mark of the beast, you know, where you cannot buy and sell without it. This is where the society is headed. And so with that being said, I'm going to go all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakwadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the one-third man and children in order. This is Shemaiah Allah with the Great Millstone chapter out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Until next time, Shalom.